Hey leaders, good to be back with you. Back outside on the porch, Topsail Island. Gotta tell you, it's about 61, 62 degrees, so we're close to my cut line. I'm gonna have to move inside the middle of this video, so fasten your seatbelts. Gonna talk about something really important today, and that is addressing poor performance or misconduct as a leader. It's your duty to do that. If you don't, bad things are gonna fester. You'll only get bad things from that. So I talk a lot more about this in the book. It's personal, not personnel, and you can visit my website, robcampbellleadership.com. Let's get started. A few things I want to talk about first before I give you some tips on how to address poor performance. You ought to have a good foundation to come from. And I'm talking about vision, a mission statement, a good set of values and culture that you can use, when you're addressing poor performance or misconduct. I work with a great organization called Seeger's Fence Company, largest fence company in the Mid-Atlantic, and they subscribe to a set of values that they encapsulate in the words spirit, service, professionalism, integrity, teamwork, things like that that they hold dear and they hold all their people accountable for, and they espouse in everything they do. Really important, that good foundation that you have. If you don't have one in your organization, make one inside your team. What's a set of values that you want to live by with your 12 people or whatever it might be? And use that, but set some sort of foundation. Or you can use the golden rule, do unto others, or just, being polite, things like that that nobody can really argue against. The other one is ownership. Now, when a subordinate of mine did something wrong, didn't perform well, I'd always pick up the mirror first and say, what did I do or not do to cause this? What's my ownership in this poor performance? Did I not give them good intent, instructions? Did I create a bad environment? Did I set them up for failure somehow? And I'd even ask in addressing this with somebody, hey, Jim, Mary, did I not give you what you needed? Was I not clear? Help me understand how we got to this point. Ownership, really important. Okay, 3 things. And I'll give you a bonus at the end if you're nice. First one is the organization, like I talked about, going back to that set of values. So it might sound something like this. Hey, John, in my observation of you over this last period, you're not where you need to be in terms of professionalism and teamwork. Your outcome and the things you're doing here in the organization are not to the level of professionalism we talked about at the very beginning when we sat down and did your initial counseling. And I noticed you've left some of your teammates hanging on a few projects. Okay, so I want to address that today with you one-on-one, and I want to find out how we can fix that and make that better, because I want to see you succeed. But going back to that set of values, or get them to take ownership or discover where they have gone wrong. Mary, who would, describe for me a professional teammate of this organization? Just tell me what that person looks like and sounds like. Well, it's somebody that comes in on time and gives their all every task that they're given and represents the company well, with our customers. Okay. Well, I've noticed you've been coming in late over the last few weeks. Okay. This is not an example of professionalism as you just described it. Getting them to kind of take ownership and discover perhaps their own shortfalls. Really important. Using the organization as your lever as you go in there. It's never about, okay, I got the lever, I'm going to take somebody down. Talk about that in a minute. That is number 2. It's coming from a good place. I talk about this in the book. I was never vindictive. I didn't walk into a situation where I needed to confront somebody like, okay, I got you now. Never that way. I always wanted to see them improve. Sure, you're going to have people that act with malice and forethought, just rotten apples in your organization, and you ought to deal with them very quickly and move them out. But by and large, you're going to get people that generally wake up every day wanting to do the right thing, but don't always get there. Always came from a good place, and I would tell them that, listen, I'm not here to take you down. I want to see this get fixed. I want to see you improve and get to that better place. I really do. So it's just that good foundation of a good place to come from. Number 3, learn and grow. So I see a lot of leaders get frustrated when they see bad performance and they want to go out and bring a club out and hit someone over the head. The learn and grow approach is you walk up, hey, John, come here, buddy. Put your arms around him. That didn't go very well. Let's talk about what happened. Tell me what went wrong. What do you think? Just describe for me what went on there. Well, boss, A, B, C, D, so he lays it all out. Okay, what did you learn from it? Tell me what you learned from it. Well, I probably need to do this, and I probably need to think about this next time. Great. All right, good. I think we're at a sweet spot here. So work on that now, and I don't want to see this kind of repeat performance in you, because I know you're better than that. And I want to see you grow. I want to see you be like me and get my rank and my position and just continue to achieve greatness. Learn and grow, and that's the place you want to come from, helping them discover where the fault was, and then setting some steps as you move forward to see that performance improve. Now, if it doesn't, they continue to make the same mistake, you're obviously at a transition point where you may have to, move them on to something else. All right, here's the bonus, and it's really important. This one was really important to me. Stewardship of the organization, stewardship of your profession, stewardship of your institution, whatever that is. That's your ownership in that organization. Here's an example. I had my closest confidant as a brigade commander of the 101st, 5,000 people in my command sergeant major. He was my right-hand man, the representative for all of the enlisted soldiers in my organization. Wonderful leader. Love this man. I love this guy. He was fantastic. I saw him engage with our most junior people and our most senior people in the most effective ways I'd ever seen. I just thought he was a fantastic person and leader. But I would have turned my back on him in a second if he ever abused his spouse. He got a DUI, which was really important for us, in the military, or disgraced the position that he held, Command Sergeant Major of 1st Brigade of the 101st Airborne Division, a position that had been held by previous leaders of distinction. I would have turned my back on him in a second, and he would have done the same with me if ever I, violated something we held dear, like our set of values. Really, really important stuff, folks. This isn't easy, but it's your duty as a leader to do it. And you can overcome these things by using these 3 steps in this foundation that I've just provided you. Good luck. Stay in touch. Make it personal.